the symphony play is a timeless blending of classical music. Each instrument blasts out sounds in harmony. From highs to lows, every note must be hit. And for those really low notes coming from the brass section, the tuba gets to shine. To get a closer look at the tuba and for a bit of history, I decided to visit a museum dedicated to the instrument and one man's obsession with it.
Hi, welcome. Welcome to the Vincent and Ethel Simonetti Historic Tuba Collection. I first started playing the tuba when I went from grade school to high school. In my town, there was no middle school. So I played trumpet in the grade school band. When I went to high school, I went to the band director and said, here I am, I'm a trumpet player, I'm ready to play in the band. He said, I have zillions of trumpet players, but I need somebody to play the tuba.
Vincent's love of this brass bass instrument got him a scholarship to one of the top musical schools in New York. While in school, he was able to play and learn under some of the best instructors. His senior year, he was even selected to travel and play tuba with a Russian ballet group across Canada and the U.S.
And every place I went, I would go to music stores and look for older antique instruments. And that's how I started my collection. I found that beautiful Helicon that I showed you in the front room in Boston. And it was under a pile of pieces. And I just sort of went through the pieces and found this complete instrument. They didn't even know it was there.
After the tour ended and Vincent graduated from school, he got a job with the North Carolina Symphony Orchestra. He played tuba for 8 seasons until 1975.
When I was playing with the North Carolina Symphony, the longest season they had at that time was 26 weeks. So that meant half a year I was unemployed. So I had to do something to supplement my income.
Vincent began tuning pianos in the off-season with tools that he borrowed from his father.
The first one I tuned took 6 hours, and it was worse than when I started.
Soon the tuning was perfect, and a new business took off for Vincent. He bought the Bright Yellow building here in Durham to sell pianos and run his tuning operation. In 1984, Vincent made his way to a trade show where his love for the tuba would change his life again. A premier German tuba maker heard Vincent play some tuba at the trade show, and the two brokered a deal. Soon there was a steady flow of tubas heading out across the country to bands and orchestras. But there was also old tubas coming into the tuba exchange.
I saw these beautiful older instruments that were either being traded to me or sold to me, and I just couldn't let them go. So I started amassing this collection, and my wife was so kind to allow me to do that.
The collection grew, and on March 5, 2016, the Vincent and Ethel Simonetti Historic Tuba Collection opened.
We are up to 310 instruments and counting. I just bought a new one today.
The museum allows visitors to explore the multiple shapes and sizes of tubas in the collection that date back to 1845.
The famous band director, John Philip Sousa, became disenchanted with this because he didn't like the fact that the bell went to the side. He wanted an instrument that you could put on your shoulder that had the bell going straight up like a concert tuba. He wanted the sound of the instrument to go over the top of the band like icing on a cake. I want people to become interested again in these beautiful acoustical bass brass instruments.